Good morning, Houston. This is Chi Nguyen with the Push and Win Law Firm. Just wishing you guys a safe drive to work. In the event somebody hits you, you know who to call. 833-PUSH-WIN. Or visit us online at pushwin.com. That's PUSHWIN.com. 833-PUSH-WIN.
Hey, y'all, you remember earlier this week I was telling you about how I was bummed out they're tearing down my old dorm at SFA?
Yes. Correct.
And I posted a picture of it on Instagram. Everybody's like, oh, my God, it looks like an old hospital. I did my research, and it was a hospital before it was a dorm. So it became a dorm, I think,
Like
70...
like an asylum or something?
73 years ago. I felt like it was when I lived there.
Scary.
So I called the Alumni Association. I actually called Stephen F. Austin because y'all said, hey, we got a 3-day weekend. Why don't you drive up to SFA? They actually said, you know what? We will give you a tour. So it's all boarded up, but they're going to let me inside.
And they're going to let you, then they'll let you hit the lever to blow it up.
So I get to...
What if you get you're in it?
Oh, gosh.
Whoops.
Guys, I'm still in here.
It's the Rulo Show.
They lock you in Friday.
After this, come and hit that TNT and you watch it.
So I remember I was in room 314 in Mays Hall, so I'm going to get to go up
That's
there.
crazy you remember
and
that. I don't
film.
remember my number from my room.
I'd found like an old ID, like an old like letter. And it
But
had
the
my
ID
room
wouldn't
number.
have your room
No,
number
it was
on
an old
there.
like letter addressed to me at SFA.
You know what is the oddest thing about college? It's so many core memories, yet so many that aren't. And especially me, because you guys know me for all these years. I remember the weirdest of things. I do not remember the number of my dorm door. Maybe it was 206. I just know that if you went to the second floor of the hall where I lived in SMU, you come off the elevator and you're staring at my door. I don't remember the number. And guys, I don't remember the last name of the girl that lives with me my freshman year.
Really? You don't remember your roommate?
I remember her face. I remember her
What was
name.
her first name?
Robin.
Robin.
And I
Okay.
know where she was from.
Was she a
but
potluck roommate?
Yeah, total potluck. We had
Okay.
no idea. And it's the weirdest thing to me that I cannot remember this girl's last name. So you need the full name so you can Facebook somebody and look them up and see what they're doing. I don't know her last name.
Sometimes I think it's good to have a potluck roommate, though. Like, I moved in with my best friend. We're roommates, and you just get on each other's nerves. You know, now I'll be the first to admit I was probably the one that drove everybody nuts. But I think there's more respect when you have a potluck roommate, you know?
Really?
You're on more guarded behavior.
Well, it does open you up to, I mean, look, I didn't know I only knew one person that was going to SMU at the same time as me. And when I got the potluck roommate, I was thinking, okay, well, she meets people, then I'll meet people, right? And, it was fine. But by Thanksgiving, we had our own dorms.
My dorm ended up being we were the first ones to move in there, and is in Dearborn Station in
Oh, you
Chicago.
had a new dormitory.
But it wasn't a dorm. It was an old printer's row. That's where they had high ceilings. It used to be a factory.
Oh, wow.
And this college made it into a dorm room.
But that's kinda
It
cool.
was badass. And then we even had these cool like digital keys. And this is in
Oh, wow.
the 90s.
That's
It wasn't a digital key, but it was like
crazy.
you stick it in. And
Like a hotel
it was,
key card?
It was weird. I can't even
Was it
explain
punched
your
out?
rooms?
Did it have?
It wasn't like the kind where, like a car key or a key for your house. where it's
Right.
got the-
Yeah.
It was like straight and had like a little chip in it or something.
Whoa.
This is like in the mid 90s.
Speaking of
awesome.
keys, so my little brother just came home from college. He is going to be a senior once he goes back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my
I know.
Crazy.
Like you
Insane.
just
I
a
feel like-
freshman
right.
You joined us.
Didn't
Yeah,
you start
pretty
our
sure.
show when your brother was still in high school?
I mean, I've been with you guys for 4 years, so
Yeah?
yeah, yeah, insane. But he lost his dorm key,
Uh-oh.
but he kept the envelope. Like he kept he kept the envelope that it came in, so he dropped it off in the box, and they emailed him and was like, "Hey, like, unfortunately, we didn't see your key,
Oh, it was
but
in there.
we got your envelope." And that's exactly what Connor said. He's like, "Well, I put it
Smart.
in the box, and my envelope's in there, so that's on you." And
Smart.
so he got away with it. So
That's
he
good.
lost his key, but he got away
Because
with
they'll
it.
charge you a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm like, Connor, you're a genius, dude.
Hope
My
they're not
building-
listening.
Oh, yeah.
There's somebody up in Pennsylvania right now like, damn it, we need to get that.
I know who Connor is, and I'm
charge.
going to find
I'll
him.
have to show you. 'Cause
You
you can,
figured me out. You got me red-handed.
you can rent my
I was
place
so
now.
impressed with him.
They must have sold it.
Yeah.
Because I took my son when we went to Chicago a couple years ago. I went to that Green Day concert and stuff.
Yeah.
And we walked by it, and you can rent out apartments and stuff
That is
now.
so crazy.
So your
It was
dorm
cool.
was turned into like a...
Because
An
at first
apartment
it was,
complex.
Yeah, it was an
you
apartment
give
complex
them
type thing. They bought it, and then they turned it into a dorm, and then they sold it off.
Well, that's pretty cool. Did you give him like the tour? Hey, this is where I
I couldn't get
did this
in.
and
I
that?
should have. If I would have known that, I would have set up a tour and just to go look.
I probably saved him.
But you
though.
can look across like between here and like a street. There's another building, so you could see people in there doing stuff, and that was crazy.
Oh, gosh.
It's like one of
They're
these
probably
days.
sell more things, though, at a college. They see the dorms,
Oh, yeah.
all the windows.
Our
One of these
blinds will
days,
never
it's like
close.
I'd love to journal all the horrible things that happened in that building because I could never. Decorum prohibits me from telling all the things that we did in Mays Hall.
What prohibits you?
Decorum.
Who's this gay guy?
I'm
What
trying
about
to.
decorating what now?
I'm trying to be polite. Like, in other words, it's not,
Decorn?
Decorum.
it's
decorum.
not for the radio. It was like
That ain't never stopped you before, man.
no, this made Animal House look tame.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
We had some fun times.
What's that
there.
thing you said the other day, Kevin, about Ryan keeps putting himself in movies?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Literally just put
Was that the
himself
summer
in a
that you
just
just started running back and forth across the country?
yep.
You just kept running. You started running.
I fell in a mud
and you never
puddle.
stopped running.
I fell in a mud puddle, and the happy face
Fought
was
in
on
Vietnam.
was on my shirt.
Yeah.
It happens,
You hung out with Elvis when he was
Lieutenant
when you were a
Dan.
kid.
Lieutenant Dan, you have magic legs. Lieutenant Dan, you have magic
It
legs.
looks so
Magic
dumb
legs.
when you think about
They did a pretty good job. If you
was
consider
amazing.
that movie is nearly 30 years old, and so CGI was kind of in its infancy, and it looked pretty real.
Well, that was a good year. Those years, Jurassic Park was the year before,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and that looked
They had
real. If you still watch it, it still
That
looks
scared
good.
the crap out of me.
All right, well, let me get onto this because Sam's arm is getting tired
Thank you.
waving us off.
That's why my shoulders
Coming
look
up
so
next
nice.
in Celebrity Scoop,
Well-
it's Father's Day this weekend. And isn't it nice that TMZ is reporting a not so nice father-daughter story about Taylor Swift and her dad? We will discuss in Scoop. Here's your weather for today.
Okay, so now we do have another excessive heat warning. It's been issued starting this morning at 11 a.m. It will last until Friday, 8 p.m. An excessive heat warning means that the heat and humidity are expected to be possibly reaching 113 degrees or higher. Do not leave your children or pets unattended in vehicles for any amount
Or
of
your
time.
grandparents or your elder
Any amount
aunts,
of time.
uncles, and moms and dads.
Exactly. Car interior temperatures can become quickly deadly. So right now it's already 82 degrees and 6:13 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Keep your radio right here
Time for your daily scoop. Rule and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
It's Father's Day weekend this weekend, y'all. On Sunday, honor the dad in your life. Or if your dad is dearly departed, honor the memory of your dad.
And stepdads, too.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
like I said, the dad
Any
in your
father
life.
figure.
Whoever that is. The dad in your life. Some people have older brothers that are like their dads. I've been to weddings where the bride got walked down the aisle by her oldest brother because he was the dad.
Is that George Michael?
Father
I
figure?
will be your father figure.
Oh, Wham. It was
No,
it was George Michael from the Faith album. So we are doing the summer of 2020 free, 820, 120, and 520. And it is a chance for you to score a great Father's Day prize pack, including tickets to see Dave Chappelle, an experience at Houston Axe Throwing, and a $100 gift card to Lazy Dog Tavern. That is up for grabs at 820. And not only do you score that, you also become a finalist for $10,000. So at the end of the summer is going to score 10 grand. So your Father's Day gift could turn into a huge, life-changing gift for some people.
Tell your dad that. And we have a chance for 10 grand, or for $1,000, Dad.
And you give them 9.
Yeah.
One for you, 9 for me.
Right. Okay, so Father's Day stories. You're probably going to hear a lot of these stories, like, oh, memories with your dads, or great advice your dad gave you, or your grandpa, or whatever it is. Okay, well, not so nice for TMZ to put this story out with Taylor Swift, Father's Day weekend. Taylor Swift, my impression of Taylor Swift's family dynamic is that she's very tight with her parents, and her parents helped her become the superstar she is because they're business savvy, and they believed in their daughter's talent, and they were ambitious and just went for it.
It
You know,
worked.
it's like this whole like little Americana story of how they helped their child become a star, right?
Yep.
Well, don't you remember back when Scooter Braun bought Big Machine Records for $330 million
Got her catalog.
and got Taylor's music catalog? That's why now she does the Taylor's version of things, which Speak Now is going to come out. Not Speak Now, that one's already out, right? Yeah, Speak Now is coming out July the 9th. That's where she recreates the music now. So when you buy it, you can buy Taylor's version, and she owns that one.
Smart.
It's not going to Scooter Braun. All right, so here's what TMZ has out today. Back when that happened, Taylor was very vocal about not knowing that her catalog was going to be sold. Like that nobody called her to tell her, nobody gave her the option to buy the catalog, any of that. Back in the day when American Idol was first coming back from the second round, for the second go around, we used to have Scott Borchetta on the Rule and Ryan show from Big Machine
remember
Records.
that, yeah.
And his whole thing was, he's a consultant on Idol, and he would call our show and talk about, all these things, and he was known for like the Taylor Swift record deal. Well, he's the one that sold it to Scooter Braun. He owned 90% of Big Machine Records. So pretty much all of it.
So why is she not mad at him instead of Scooter?
Well, it's like a whole, the impression that we were all given is that it was an entire just backstabbing betrayal thing. Like somebody should have told her this thing is up for grabs. It's not about, I don't think it was, she hates Scooter Braun, but I don't know who she hates more, honestly. She's never really said who she hates more.
She hate her dad or something? Is that what you're
Well, in the
TMZ?
story, he made $15 million off that catalog sale because Big Machine Records only had 5 board members and Scott Swift was one of them.
Okay.
So despite saying I didn't know anything about it, sources close to the negotiations say even though Taylor was not involved in any of the calls directly in this deal, reports are challenging how much she actually knew about Scooter's move to buy Big Machine Records because her dad was on the board. Now, in this story, it says that Music Business Worldwide said Scott Swift took home $15.1 million in this huge sale, but he recused himself, I guess if that's the right word I'm using, to not be on the calls with the board members that discussed the sale. Because if you're on that call, there's an NDA. You cannot talk about what happened in that call with anybody. And he did not want to be part of the call because then he couldn't tell Taylor anything. But by not being part of the call, then you don't actually know what's happening.
Well, he's in a no-win scenario.
He's
then.
screwed.
But he still made $15 million off of it.
Well, why wouldn't
no
you
matter
take
what
the money?
happened because of his shareholder percentage. So I was like,
Good idea.
I'm sure Taylor knows this, but TMZ would like to just, ruffle some feathers.
She can't be too
Hey,
mad
it's
at her
Father's Day,
father.
Taylor. Remember when your dad made $15 million?
Yeah,
That's
that's
a good gift.
strategic
Give him a
placement for a
gift.
story. I mean, he was her parent. He gave her the gift of life. Him and his wife, and then they, put everything of their lives into her career,
Now we got $15 million.
and she's
And
worth like $500 million right
She's
now.
going to be up to $1 billion
Should be
by the time the
$1 billion.
tour is over. Every tour date, she's making $10 million.
Wow.
And, when the next re-release album comes out, how much is that going to skyrocket? And I'm still just waiting. Like, she's just waiting for the right time, I bet, because she's too busy to have her hands in, like, a fashion line, a shoe line, a makeup line. Like, that's further down the lane.
She's truly the last artist where people buy the entire album, because usually people just stream a song or two. Or
No, the Swifties are loyal, man.
But she's really, I can't think of any other artist.
Madonna. They will buy the whole
They'll
album.
buy the whole album, but
Madonna.
her albums don't sell like Taylor Swift.
Problem is, like,
No, they don't.
Taylor's got, she's got a huger, from 10-year-olds to
40.
60-year-olds.
Yeah,
More
60.
Oh,
than
yeah, all the way.
Like 12-year-olds aren't listening to Madonna.
No.
They should. Classic stuff.
Yeah, raise your kids on Like a Virgin. Make them sing that at 10 years old.
Yeah.
I remember being at a roller skating party when I was a kid. And I'm trying to learn how to roller skate because I'd never been to one. I remember that song is on.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking of the words. I just remember, oh, that's Madonna.
Yeah.
You don't really
Madonna.
think.
Not the significance of the words.
A material girl. I want to be a material girl. That's a good image.
Madonna, I guess
what
I
you want
could
your
say
kid to
that
be?
I'm such a child of pop culture, but only of current pop culture. That the Madonna video for Material Girl where she's riffing on Marilyn Monroe, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, I thought that was just Madonna's idea. And then years later, I would see clips of Marilyn Monroe in this pink dress with all these guys doing the dance with the diamonds. I go, oh, wait.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, Madonna didn't think of that first. Same reason why I thought American Pie was her
Yeah,
song.
Madonna's last album only sold 95,000 copies.
It's hard to get
That's
people to
not.
buy.
That's not like a lot. Like Taylor Swift will sell millions.
Off an old songs. People have that CD from years ago, and now they're going to go buy her stuff again. It's impressive.
That's loyalty.
It's very good. There's an article on EW.com, entertainmentweekly.com. If you're looking for something new to watch, it's 15 underrated TV shows that are worth watching. Some of them are already done. Like they've been done and gone. Like, okay, imagine I just saw Maisel the other day on Amazon Prime. The Marvelous Miss Maisel is finished. It's 5 seasons. They're done. They're not doing any more. But maybe in a year from now, you're like, what's this show?
You want to binge the whole thing.
Yeah. So some of those that are on here, I will just Ryan, try and control yourself. Acapulco's on here.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite show of the last 5 years. I love that show.
I want to know about Handmaid's Tale because I want to know how she ended it, how the original
over?
author ended it.
Like in the book?
Yes, because they picked it up. They went on further than what the book did.
It surprises me that you watch
the
that. It's
same
such a dark
storyline.
show.
Is it over now? Is it like
over?
final?
Over,
Final?
yeah.
I believe
Yeah, how
this is
long
the
has
last
it been gone? I mean, over
season.
now.
I think this is the last
God.
season.
I think it's done.
You see what starts Sunday?
No.
The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my God, are you serious? I forgot about that show.
Wow.
This time the kids have control. The dad said, "Okay, you guys are in charge of the church," and then now a bunch of cousins and everybody
You
come out
guys
of the.
got me into that show so hard. Mark hated it. He was like, "This is stupid."
Oh, it's
And
hilarious.
I just died.
You gotta love Danny McBride.
Because he uses the same troupe of actors in all his
That
projects.
girl, she's from
I don't
his
know.
sister in that is from here.
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah, the wife.
No,
Is it the wife or
No,
who?
the
sister.
The sister.
Oh, the sister, right? Judy.
Crazy.
So those that don't know, Righteous Gemstones is John Goodman and the kid from he was the man. He's in Pitch Perfect.
Workaholics.
He was in Modern Family. It's Adam Devine.
Yeah.
Adam Devine is the youngest son, and then you've got Danny McBride, and they are a super family, like a super mega church family, like the Joel Osteen type family of. Is it the East Coast? Are they on the East Coast?
No, they're south.
I just thought they were south. I don't know if
I
they
know it was
really
like Virginia
say.
or something.
Well, they're like a Georgia type thing, right? Aren't
They're
they?
such a messed up, dysfunctional
Oh, right.
family.
It's like The Sopranos meets the church.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts. And that's a song that, the chick from Sugarland, what's her name? Jennifer Nettles. She plays the mom,
Yep.
but she's passed. And so they do, retro
Flashbacks and
flashbacks of her. Anyway, it's just not what you would expect, but it's hilarious and terrifying at the same time.
There's
the
like
kids.
funny embezzlement. She shoots her husband in the rear end.
I mean, that last season's finale on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no spoilers. I'm like a year behind.
What?
This is like
I'm
the
behind
first
on that one. I
episode.
don't know why. I somehow
How'd you get
forgot.
behind on that?
I somehow forgot it was on. There's so
Rula
many other
beat you to
shows.
it.
I know she beat me for once.
How did I?
Hey, I was looking
finish
it up.
that?
Handmaid's Tale season 6 is the final season, so it's coming out on Hulu.
Maybe I'll watch it
Is
then.
what it says. This is according to an April 23.
Well, you're in season 6.
Is it boring or is it?
Been going on
Like, I
forever.
tried, but my
Yeah,
daughter
it's the same
loves it.
concept. I feel like over
Oh,
and over.
And the concept is there is
And over again.
It's a dystopian future. It
it's
is
a society
so-
of women who will birth babies for women who can't birth
yeah, but it
babies.
gets to a point where like June is the main character,
Uh-huh.
and her baby is not with her, so she constantly is going back to try and get her baby, and it's just
It's really annoying.
And she's only had one?
no.
she's had two.
Okay.
By two
So
different
one
men.
is back in Canada with her, but the other one's not. And
So the whole thing is the saga of her trying to get her child back.
I
I'm
feel like
surprised that
literally
you,
that's like the
that
whole
you
thing.
watch it, Kevin. It's such a dark show.
Yeah, I think
He doesn't like
Booster.
gore and stuff.
Yeah. Brutality, as we say.
It's fascinating because you can see that this could happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's plausible.
It is so plausible and it's so scary, particularly for me as an LGBTQ American who, in that situation, I would have been offed a long time ago. So it's like, oh my God.
Well, the whole
Where do I
show
have to move to?
It's a bit of an allegory.
Well, let's let you be the judge of that, Houston. If you want to watch that, you let us know what you think if you haven't already. Coming up next, Open Phone Friday, 713-390-KRBE. That's 5723 on the phone. What you up to? What you
It's the
think
time to
about?
get in. Summertime. This
Yeah.
is when you can
Shine.
jump on and hang out with us.
You
and
can
talk
control
about
the
anything.
airwaves.
Hey, summer school teachers. What's on your mind?
KRBE.
Because you know there's summer school going on.
I was thinking of that movie.
I did too.
713-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on The Rule and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRVE. I love it.
Back to Rula and Ryan.
It is Open Phone Friday, 713-390-KRBE. That is the number, 713-390-5723. You can call us about anything whatsoever.
You can also text us at 37530. Because Open Phone Friday.
There was speaking of open phone, there's somebody left a message about something I put on Instagram stories last night. We could talk about that
Well,
too.
Eric went to the Astros game, and for those that didn't watch, it was really annoying because there was no score
And it's
until
hard
the
when you're-
ninth.
when
There was
you're-
no score
When you're
on
there,
either
you
side.
can't really enjoy a game like that. Like on TV, you can enjoy it 0-0 because you can see the pitching, you can see stuff.
Yeah.
But, when you're in the stands.
So you say it was a little boring?
You're just like, nothing's
No, I
happening.
mean, I had fun just being with my wife and sister-in-law and brother-in-law and drinking and pretzel.
Did you move? Did you have incredibly awesome seats
Yeah.
and then you complained about them and then you moved away from them?
Yeah, it was like the third row. But the problem is you look into the left and it's actually better to be 20 rows up. We went and found 4 empty seats. Plus, this guy next to me, he was man-spreading.
What do you mean,
Man
man-spreading?
Like-
he was.
His
His
legs
legs
were-
were.
And
in
I'm
your
like,
space.
dude,
up in
and he was
your
like really, kind of belly and stuff. I'm like, that's not fair. Why am I pushed like half the seat? Like when you're
So his legs are spread
a
open
couple on the
wide.
left and the right. That is your area.
Right.
He took like half of my right-hand side.
Now,
of
wait a
the
second.
tub.
Were your seats on the third baseline, first baseline? Where
First
were you?
baseline.
First baseline, like
Third
where?
row.
Great seats.
Third row, like behind the dugout, or further
I was
down
in
towards
between.
the
I was
foul
close
pole?
to Tucker, but I wasn't that far. I was like in the middle.
Okay.
So I was like in between at the end of first base, where first base should be, and
In the foul
right
pole?
field.
Oh, right field.
So,
So,
like in the
why
middle.
did you moved
But you
because of
look
the
at the
man
left,
spreader, or you moved
the man
because
spreader was not making. And plus, there's so many people cramped there. We're like, this is just. And another guy with his kid, and he was a big guy too. My brother-in-law was getting cramped. He sat on the other side. We're like, let's just go sit over there.
So when you got up, did people think you were doing the wave?
No, hell, and that's what I want to talk about here. And I didn't. And somebody gave us the tickets to sit there, and then I've had tickets in the past. I was going to go to games, but then I decided I didn't want to go because the memory of Game 6 was so awesome for me.
for the World Series?
How could you
where they
possibly
won.
top that?
So I was like, okay, I'll go. And then the game ended up being exciting because we were down 1-0 because Presley choked again 2 days in a row. And then
Top of the ninth.
we tied it, so the crowd got crazy. It was fun. And then the wheels fell off, and it was like 4-1. We got beat.
I can't believe we lost 4-1.
It was like, I think it was 0-0. Mm-hmm. Or was it 1-0 or 1-1? Like, whatever it was.
The 1-0 was at the top of the ninth when Presley threw the pitch and the guy hit the home run.
They started doing the wave.
Oh, yeah.
Before or after the home run?
I think it was before. It was like
Okay.
0-0 or whatever. I can't remember what happened. I think it was 0-0.
I don't know why you're so
It was
anti-wave.
eighth inning, and it was 0-0. That's what it was, because they scored the ninth, I think. Yeah,
And for
ninth.
those that
So
are
eighth
just tuning in, let's
0-0.
just explain that for years, Eric has complained about the wave.
And
I think it's fun.
you're doing the wave. We have our pitcher trying to pitch, and they have a guy on third base. So if
That's
they're
a
about to
bad
score,
time to do the wave.
So instead of watching the game, getting excited, getting pumped up, you guys are doing the wave, and I have audio because I started doing the.
But is it safe to play, or did you drop F-bombs? Ahmad, did you edit
I don't
that?
know.
Ahmad,
Ahmad edited the audio.
Did I drop an
Edited
F-bomb?
the audio from
I
Eric's
think you
Instagram.
say the S word, but I bleeped it.
Okay.
Just
I
to
hope
be
you-
safe.
Well,
Bleeped
Okay.
it well, or
Bleeped
just
it
kind
well, or
of
well?
bleep?
But remember, this isn't like 10-1. 10-1, you can do whatever the hell you want.
If we're losing or winning,
It's
whatever.
tied. It's
Okay.
0-0, and they're about to score. Here's what happened. Okay, these stupid idiot fans are starting to do the wave. This starts coming on here. I don't freaking no wave, you stupid idiots.
Oh my
No
God,
way.
Eric!
And he wants them. Yeah, he wants them because you freaking idiots doing the wave. Oh, now you boo, you stupid freaking team.
Oh
Why are you
my
so
God.
angry?
Because it's
Angry
stupid.
fan.
You're watching the game.
You are
We're
an
about to
angry beer drinker.
Yeah.
Wait, can I play part 2 when his wife tries to
Oh, yeah, well,
leave?
this
Oh,
was-
yeah.
Please
Please,
do,
please,
please
please.
do.
Because we got out of it.
Then I got.
We got him out. That was stressful. Freak the wave sucks.
Oh my God.
Because if you did not see that inning, it really. I was watching from home. That was really tense because
The
we
wave
had a
sucks.
chance. We had a chance. They had a guy on third, and we had a chance to just end the inning. The guy gets walked. Now there's somebody on first and third. So that must have been when the wave happened, when the guy got
Yes,
walked.
and I'm
you're
like-
damn it. So the next batter comes up, and you're thinking, oh God, they're about to load the bases, and then he's got him out. So the inning was over, and you're like, oh, thank God. We
And I
skipped
get
that
it's one of those things where, like, on social media, I get like 70-30. 70% like agrees with me, but those are people that you know, agree. But then the 30, like, I love the wave, and it's just fun, and I understand it's just fun.
Not hurting anybody.
You are then. Even
Yeah.
Chas McCormick, our star player that saved us in the World Series.
who does all the Astros broadcasting, did this, I think, last season or the season before on her Instagram or on Astros Instagram. And it was a cut to every player in like the dugout. Like, this is way pregame. This is not during the game. What do you think about the wave? And so every single person was different.
Well,
And
I'm more
Chas
afraid
McCormick was like, oh, God, I hate that wave. Oh, my God,
It
stop with
distracts-
the wave.
he even said it distracts him.
He says it's distracting. I can't hear anything. It's too loud. Everyone's like, you think something happened behind you? Just stop with the wave, Chas McCormick said. And now, listen, I said this last year, Eric, because I was a season ticket holder last year. When you go to like 1 or 2 Astros games once in a blue moon, you don't notice this. You don't realize this. After I became a season ticket holder and as many Astros games that I've been to now in the last 4 years, I agree with you. It is annoying AF.
Yeah.
I have
When
great
people are
memories of the
doing
wave, though, as a kid.
You have memories because you probably went like what, once or twice,
Yeah,
and like,
you guys
Oh,
have
no,
family.
once or twice. We went to a lot of
but
Astros
also you're a
games.
child.
She said you were poor.
You're a
so-
child.
We buy the cheap seats. Back in the day when we were kids in the Dome,
Well, let's play the.
you could get the cheap seats for like
and then
$3.
I felt bad last night before I went to bed. I checked my phone and I saw I get listener lines.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
listener line. This woman called in, and I think it's kind of sweet.
So this message is for Eric because I saw his post about the Astros and how much he hates the wave. And I just wanted to say that the wave is awesome. It gets the crowd riled up, and it's really fun for kids because, like, I have great memories as a kid. We would go to baseball games, and my dad would run to, like, 3 sections over. He would be the one to, like, tell the whole section, hey, we're going to do the wave. He would get it started. And then he would, like, run to the next section. He would get those people, okay, hey, they're starting the wave. We're going to do the wave. And then he would get it going, and we would go around, as many times as we could get it to go. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So for me, it's a very happy memory of my dad and with Father's Day coming up. I just want to share that I love the wave, and it's a great memory with my dad. So suck it, Eric.
Suck on that. Suck on that.
Now listen, and what did she say? It's great for kids because that's what kids are doing. Because listen, baseball is a long, boring game for a kid if they don't know what's happening. Yes, they sped it up. It's still 2.5 hours for a child. You might as well do 20 days. So cotton candy, ice cream. Let's get a T-shirt. Oh, I'm going to get a ball. Maybe I'll catch a game ball. Oh, maybe I'll catch a T-shirt from Orbit or the Shooting Stars. Let's do the wave. The wave is fun.
That was hilarious. They're pumping everybody up, and I was already in a bad mood. So I was on my phone there, and all of a sudden, by my feet, it bounced. It was a T-shirt. Oh, the people were all mad. I picked up. Oh, here.
You're too busy with your phone, and you missed the T-shirt gun.
Everyone else got mad. They're like, "What?" It bounced. Because the seat was empty in front of me. It bounced there underneath and bounced right on my foot. I'm like, picked it up. I'm like, "What's this thing?"
Oh God!
I gave it to my sister-in-law. I'm like, "Here you go. Have a shirt." And people are like, "What? This guy got the thing."
He was on his phone.
It's like a rich person winning the lottery.
I'm going to find that audio of Julia Morales asking all those players. All right, let's go.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Rula and Ryan Show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. An excessive heat warning has been issued for all of our areas starting 11 a.m. this morning. It will last until 8 p.m. Saturday. That means heat and humidity are expected to increase significantly. We could possibly be reaching 113 degrees or higher with that heat index. Do not leave children, pets attended in vehicles for any amount of time. Car interior temperatures become deadly very, very quickly. And ERCOT has issued a weather watch as the first major heat wave of 2023 drives these temperatures to such high temperatures. Multiple days of 100-degree plus temps are forecasted for the next week. They threaten to push the grid's total energy demand well beyond its normal range. So I think they're kind of softening the blow, saying, hey, might expect some power outages. They want people to conserve, in other words. Now, if you traveled on the road late last night on the East Tex Freeway towards or away from Bush Intercontinental Airport, you may have needed to take extra care. HPD said it was getting numerous calls around 9:12 last night reporting something on 59 was causing flat tires near the North Beltway. A lot of people were getting flat tires last night. And finally, coming up, June 19th, okay? Juneteenth is coming up. 1865. That is when Juneteenth is recognizes that date. It's the day when freedom came to the last of the enslaved people. Plantation owners in Texas ignored the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 until General Gordon Granger and thousands of soldiers came to Galveston 2 years later, officially ending slavery in the state of Texas. Now, there's so many Juneteenth celebrations going on. I'd recommend you go to like cron.com. They've got a full list of all the different celebrations. Some ones that stand out in Galveston, the Juneteenth parade, that starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. The parade kicks off at 26th Street, ends at 41st. In Houston, there's the Juneteenth Freedom Run Walk, and that starts at 7 in the morning tomorrow. You can get some exercise, take a walk around Emancipation Park. The event is free. And then after that, the Juneteenth Music Festival is starting at 3 p.m. in Emancipation Park. So that is what's going down in H-Town.
Coming up next, Special K's got a prank call. What's that about, Special K?
So he is a teacher, just started teaching, and it was a crazy year. Now, what if he was supposed to teach summer school? I'm going to call him from the class waiting on him.
Oh,
Oh, he's late.
Wait, what? They assigned me to summer school?
Exactly.
That's awesome. We're going to hear how it plays out next on the Rula and Ryan Show.